Hello, welcome to the Mily Makes Podcast. My name is Emily and this is a channel where I talk all about my making, mainly knitting, but I do get up to other things as well. Crochet and like a tiny bit of sewing. It's been a while. I think it's been 6 weeks. Yeah, I've just not really been feeling podcasting. My energy's like not been right, or been tired, or I don't know. I found it kind of hard to adjust to the these brighter days after just like being inside for so long, and then having to like transition, like change your wardrobe over and kind of welcome in the sun, which, you know, I love the sun, but it's just been kind of a weird period. I don't know why. Anyway, we're here. Fred's here too. He's joined along for the adventures. Hopefully he's not too noisy or distracting. Well, I will have to move him, but he won't like that. He's quite happy here. Jasper the dog is at daycare today, so that's one less interruption that we'll have. So I hope you've got a drink. I have a decaf coffee. Hello, Fred. Yeah. I've already had my caffeinated drink for the day, so this is my decaf. I love coffee though, I could drink it all day long. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into the show. Let's get into it. So let's start with, I'm not wearing, as you can see, I'm just wearing a plain thrifted top today, but I am wearing a piece of knitwear. This is the Knitting Badge Kerchief, I believe it's called, and I can't remember the name of the designer, but as always, I will put notes up in this video, and I think I'm going to start putting them in the description box as well. Yeah, we'll see. But yes, this is the Knitting Badge Kerchief. It's a tiny, I'll take it off, even though it's going to ruin my hair probably, but hey. It's a tiny little scarf, basically. Here it is. It's got really, really nice like drop stitch detail. It was my first time doing drop stitches, which it's so fun and really addictive. It's really fun. It's not as scary as it looks at all. You're not really dropping a stitch, you're just doing doing a yarn over, but like you wrap the yarn around twice, and then when you get to the row, when you work back again, you just pull that stitch off and onto, I can't remember exactly, but it's not as scary as it looks. Yeah, I knit this one in a 100%, it feels like a fingering weight or sport weight cotton, 100% cotton. I don't know what the yarn is because I've had it for ages. It was just in my scrap pile, so I thought, you know, when you want those quick projects, like those kind of like quick wins almost. Yeah, but I've been wearing it a lot. Today's the first time I've worn it as a bandana, but you can also wear it. This isn't the best top to show, but I've been wearing it like a tiny little scarf. Just like, yeah, it's just a nice little accessory, and because it's this like off-white colour, it just goes with everything. So very, very cute and nice for this time of year, being in cotton. So I think I won't put it back as a bandana, I'll just knot it, but whoop. Na, 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 na. Just to keep my hair out of the way, because I have crazy thick hair, and it just like, I'm always touching it, so I'm just gonna, that'll do. That'll do. So yeah, I made this one, and then I loved it so much that I was like, I'm gonna make another one. So I did. This one is, I had one skein, I don't know how you say it, one ball of drops alpaca, 100% alpaca. Yeah, but with this one I thought, oh, I'll try the drop stitch, but instead of wrapping the yarn twice, I'll try it once. So you can see like the slip stitch area isn't as like wide or obvious. But yeah, I like it. This one I've worn more if I just want some warmth around my neck. I wouldn't wear this one, I don't think, as like a headpiece, but yeah, I've just been wearing this like if I want a little bit of warmth around my neck. They're just such a quick project, and it's a free pattern. I don't think I said it's a free pattern, and it's just great. It's really fun. Literally, they just knit up so quick. If you've got any random just odd skeins of yarn laying around, then I would highly recommend. Brilliant pattern, very well written, and you can use any gauge, any yarn. Yeah, I kind of want to keep this one on now, but I might look a bit crazy with the two. Yeah, we'll carry on. I finished my pinky socks. Here they are. They've been worn already, and they've also been through the washing machine and the tumble dryer by accident, and they're fine. They've held up. There's no felting. So like I said previously, this the yarn I used is regular 4-ply, just their standard 4-ply sock yarn, and it's definitely a sturdy yarn to use. So yeah, we went on like a long walk, and I had these in wellies, and they don't even look like they've been worn. So yeah, very happy with these. Just a lovely, nice, pretty lace sock. Flying through these. So this next finished object you've not actually seen yet, because it's been so long, and I had all the chaotic cast on energy for summer projects randomly. I cast on and have since finished Camisole number 7, I want to say. I'll put it up here anyway. In this gorgeous green colour. I mean, how beautiful is that green? Oh, so nice. Now, I ordered the yarn on Lovecrafts because I was looking for a fingering weight yarn, not 100% cotton, because I thought that would be too heavy. And I found, it's called sheep, I think you pronounce it shapies? It looks like sheep G's, but I think the J is silent, so I think it's shapies. Bamboo soft 4-ply. So it's 50% cotton and 50% bamboo. It's a really nice yarn. It's got a like ever such a slight sheen. I don't know whether it's picking up on camera. Very subtle, and it's really soft. It's not got that hard feeling like 100% cotton has. But my error was I didn't check the yardage of the yarn, and it's labelled as a 4-ply, but it is more like a sport weight. I can't remember the exact yardage per 50 grams, but I'll pop it on the screen. So it is more of a sport weight, which I didn't really, I'm still very much a beginner, even though like, well, yeah, I am very much still a beginner, especially learning about how, you know, sizing and what yarns to choose, how to work out if it's going to fit, if it's going to be the product that you are hoping for. I'm very much still in that learning process, and this is just one of those examples of that. So it is too big. I knit the second size. Yeah, and it's just too big. I should have knit the first size, but I didn't do a gauge swatch. I feel like I just need to, I need to gauge swatch. I feel like that would solve a lot of my oversized finished objects problem. I will insert some pictures though of me wearing it. It's not horrendously oversized, it's not horrendously too big, but it does, where the armpits are, it is too, like, you can see my bra, and it's just like it's got a lot of extra fabric. So I think what I'm going to try and do is sew, because I've got a little bit of yarn left over. I'm going to sew like maybe an inch. I think I'll start with an inch up each side of the armpits, and then I think I'm also going to do the same on the front V. The back's fine, but the front V is slightly too low. But it looks gorgeous on, like, from the front. If you're just looking at me from the front and not the side or the back, it looks lovely. Like, I love the colour, love the yarn, love the pattern. Pattern's amazing. My favourite thing's knitwear, I think, just does she just sort of nailed the classic modern staple vibe. So I can see why her designs are so popular. I mean, I've already knit two of them, two of her camisoles. So yes, what else to say on the pattern? I'm sure you've all seen it before. It's very simple. It's a broken rib. Yeah, and then you do these decorative decreases and increase. Is it decreases? Decorative decrease and increases. I can't remember, but they're very simple. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I'm left-handed, so I have to reverse my make one lefts and make one rights, which is fine. But of course, when I first started knitting, I didn't know that, so I was like, when a stitch was meant to lean one way, I'd knit it and it would be leaning the wrong way. But I've since figured out, like, I just need to do the reverse of what it says, and that's like, you know, it looks good to me, I think. And then the back's just plain. So yeah, it's a finished object, but I'm gonna do some sewing, I think, and just try and get it more wearable. I mean, it would be nice to, like, have, I was going to wear it over this actually, but I thought that's not really showing the object, like, properly. So yeah, if not, I can just wear it as a vest over other, like a layering piece over other things, like this sort of top. So yes, that is camisole number something. And the next finished object is my crochet cushion cover. Woo! Try and get it all in the frame. Oh, it's a bit difficult, but yeah, it's finished. I'm really pleased. It normally goes on this chair that I'm sitting on, but it was too big and I was like leaning forwards. Yeah, I finished it. I basically crocheted, how many, I think this is 9 squares by 9 squares. So I did 18, a long strip, like a long rectangle, basically, like that. And then I just folded it in half. And then I just did, to close it up, I just did slip stitching all the way around. And then I actually put in a zip, which was really quite easy. I haven't lined it. I was going to line it, and then I don't think it needs it, because the cushion underneath is white, and it just makes washing a bit easier, I think. I don't know. I didn't line it though. But yeah, a functional zip. first time putting a zip into something, so it was a lot easier than I thought. Yeah, so, and there's like a bit of everything in here. There's cotton, alpaca, 100% wool, just a lot of everything. Some of these are scraps that I've had like ever since I was crocheting, or when I started crocheting, which was maybe 5 years ago, something like that. So yeah, I'm really glad that that's finished, because this was one of those like bigger projects that was just kind of like lingering on, and I was like, I'm casting on all this new stuff, but none of my older stuff's getting done. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I got this done. It's that ugly cute vibe, which I love. Now I think that is all my finished objects. Just thinking. Yeah. I'll just mention this last thing. I don't know if you remember, but in my first episode I was showing my Ranunculus as a finished object, which I knit in using 2 strands of woolly knit British wool 4-ply. So I held it double to make a DK, and I used the colour sage green, and I loved like the finished object, but I just wasn't reaching for it, and I couldn't really figure out why. And I think it was the colour. I'm starting to learn more about what colours look better on me and that I feel like myself in, and that I just enjoy to wear. And unfortunately that kind of, it's a very cool green, so it's got a bluish, it's not a warm green, it's not got that yellow undertone, which I really love. Like this is a warm green to me. It's got yellow undertones, and it's just, I think with my darker hair and darker eyes, I feel like the warm just is more my colour. Anything that leans more warm, I generally will reach for more. So that's good to know. But anyway, I wanted to wear my Ranunculus, so I have dyed it. Just make sure I get the correct. Yeah. I dyed it in a brown. It's a warm brown, because I know that, because when I was rinsing it out, it was like loads of like rich warm red was like coming off of it. So yeah, I feel like this is just so much more of a me colour. Yeah, it is actually leaning more cool on camera, but it is like a really warm, like it's a chocolatey warm brown. Yeah, so I have actually worn this since dyeing it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so much better. I used a dye called Rit dye, because I didn't really know what else to do, like what else to go for. It's worked brilliantly, like there's no patchiness or anything. It was really easy, like a lot easier than I thought as well. But not the most eco-friendly, because you have to buy a plastic bottle, and then I don't know, not whatever, but like I need to do more research on over dyeing. But at least now I'm going to get wear out of this. And this 4-ply British woolly knit wool, it just like seems to just hold up to a lot, because there was a lot of like rinsing and squeezing to get the dye out, and maybe it's felted like a tiny bit, but nothing bad at all. Like all the lace work's still perfectly fine. It is horrendously tight to get over my head though. I definitely knit the neckline too small. It does go over, but only just. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. So not a finished object really, but yeah. What's that? How strange. Oh, I'll sort that out another time. Okay. So that is all my finished objects, I'm fairly sure. So let's move on to whips. Just having a drink. Okay, so let's start with the things you've seen from my last episode. Now, my poor Petal Tail jumper has been in hibernation because I've just not felt like it really. But since finishing the crochet cushion cover, I have since picked it up and I have been enjoying knitting on it. Even though it's been warm here, it's not been like too hot to knit with wool or anything. So I've since added not a lot. Here's my marker. Hang on, there. I've added maybe like 2 inches or so. But yeah, it's coming together slowly. Slowly. I don't know why it's taking me so long. I think because I've just had like chaotic cast on energy and I've just not been giving it the attention it needs really. It's so soft, guys, so soft. And I know, like, I've heard so many people say that drops kid silk is they find it scratchy, but I'm not getting any scratch. Maybe when if I wear it obviously next to skin and then I get hot, I think that's when people find it itchy. But it's not a high neckline, which I think is a good thing in this mohair. It's just going to be so nice to have this in the winter. Oh, it's going to be so warm. I just love touching it. But yeah, the body is getting there. Oh, body's getting there. I've decided with this one I'm going to just knit the body, get the body done, and then go on to sleeves. Whereas normally I'd like knit maybe a couple of inches of the body and then move on to sleeves. But yeah, I'm just going to get the body done on this one first. So yeah, that's my Petal Tail. Maybe next time you see me it'll be finished. Probably not, because, you know, summer projects. Oh. I have completed one of my, is it Gerst? Yeah, Gerst socks. Now, I think I'm just going to pop it on a sock blocker. Hang on. Now, this has been a sock of firsts, a sock of woe, much trial and error, but it's still been enjoyable. This is my first time doing that's tight, doing a toe up sock. Oh my god, it's really tight, which I'll get to in a minute. Oh, it's on. Ooh, there we go. First time doing a toe up sock. This pattern, by the way, is from the 52 Weeks of Socks book by Liner magazine. So yeah, first time working toe up, which was fine. I've done the Judy's Magic cast on once before, but then I didn't carry on with the project. So I kind of not remembered, but I knew it wasn't too difficult. I just follow a left-handed YouTube guide on how to do that. Yeah, so that was all fine. Increased, up for the toe instead of decreasing, all fine. Worked along the foot. I really love this stitch pattern. It's really simple, but I feel like in this yarn and in this colour, it's just like so good. I just love it. It's got that they look like kind of like little like corn. Is it barley or corn? I don't know. These little pearl twisted knit stitches look like little tiny, I don't know what they're called, but yeah. So the stitch pattern is obviously the bottom of the foot is just stockinette, and then it's a lot of purling, this sock. So if you hate purling, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but I actually don't mind a pearl stitch. Sorry, I keep looking up here. It's because I keep looking at myself. I don't actually mind purling. I feel like it's kind of, it slows you down, and yeah, it just slows you down a bit and kind of makes you a bit more, I don't know, I don't mind it. So yeah, anyway, do the pattern at the top, and then I don't think I'm giving too much away here. It gives you an option for a heel, is it heel flap and gusset, which is what I have done previously on all of the socks I've done, or a German short row heel. And I was like, I'm going to try, not only am I going to try toe up socks for the first time, I'm also going to do a German short row heel, or a short row, yeah, I think it's German short row heel. And oh my God, was it an adventure? I'm going to insert some pictures here of my poor socks short rows. I don't know what happened. Like, I actually don't know what I did. And it was just so funny. Like, I'd ripped back once already, and that was my second attempt. And I was sat next to my partner, and I just burst out laughing, and he was just like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know, but my heel's not going to fit in it. So yeah, ripped it back, found a YouTube. I was following the instructions in the book. I mean, I was clearly doing something very wrong, but or misreading something. I ended up following a YouTube video, and that was better. Like, I did manage to figure it out, but even still, I'm not convinced that it's quite right. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm just not used to it. I don't like doing short rows. I know most people really enjoy it. I just don't love it. I don't know whether it's because I'm doing something wrong because I'm left-handed. I don't know. Is anyone else left-handed and has any tips for doing German short rows? But yeah, we've got a little bit of hole, as you can see there, and on the, I think it's worse on this side. Yeah, so I might just have to like sew up that bit and fudge it somehow. But anyway, once I'd done that, it was then easy sailing, just stitch pattern all the way around, and then twisted rib, cuff, and then I did, what bind off did I do? It's on Ravelry, I can't remember, I'll put it here. It has got some flaring, but it does just go over my foot. The other thing I forgot to mention is I used the suggested needle size, which was 2.25. I normally use a 2.5 because I am a tight knitter, and they are tight. They do go on my foot, but it's a squeeze. But I think once I've blocked them and the the fibres relax a bit and I leave them on a sock blocker, it'll be fine. But I just think it's so pretty. I think it's a gorgeous sock design. Simple, yet sturdy, practical. The yarn is Novita Venla. And I can't remember the name, but again, I will put it up here. I love the colourway, it's just so pretty. Gorgeous. Definitely will use this yarn again, and this yarn feels very similar to the Regia 4-ply. It's not a merino wool, so it's got that toothy, sturdy feel to it, which I love for socks, which I've only recently figured out. Had I figured that out earlier, I probably wouldn't have ordered more of, anyway, it's all a learning process. So yeah, and I have started on the second. Oh, I've got the label there, that's handy. Yeah, I'm this much through the second one. So I've done the toe. The toe on this one's a lot neater as well. So, as in my cast on the Judy's Magic cast on is just a lot better on this one. Yeah, so just knitting away on this in between other stuff and thoroughly enjoying it. But yeah, this is one of those projects where like the yarn and the stitch pattern just like go together so nicely. I'll just show you the yarn label. So this is the yarn I'm using. Novita Venla, 100 grams, 420 meters per 100 grams, 75% wool, 25% polyamide, I don't know how you say that. And this colourway, does it say? I think it's a number, but is that going to focus? Yeah. Yeah, really good yarn, really like it. Would like to use it again, but I'm still trying to try different sock yarns. Might as well show you my other sock. Now me and my mum went to Buxton wool gathering, which was a couple of weekends ago now, and it was great. It was such a nice day out. My mum's not a knitter or anything, but she was here to, like, staying with me, and so we went along. And the drive down to Buxton from here, it's just so stunning. It's through, I don't even know like what you'd call that area, but it's hilly. It's like valley kind of, I don't know what the word is, but it's like covered in heather, and the sun was out, and there was like winding roads up and down these hills, and it just felt like, and there was sheep everywhere. Like it really felt like, oh, I'm on my way to a wool festival or whatever. It was just so nice. So it took about an hour to get there, so it's pretty close. It was great. The event was really great. It was very well planned, like the way the stalls were set out and the variety of things. It was held in a beautiful spot. It was in the Buxton Pavilion. Is it just called the Pavilion, I think, which is a lovely building. And it's bright and airy, and it was so nice. Everyone was really friendly. I had a chat with lots of people, and yeah, I'll show some of the stuff I got at the end. But this was one of the more special ones that I picked up. So this is an indie dyer called Rosie's Moments. Very cute, nice yarn thing, label. So I picked up 100 grams of a fingering weight sock yarn, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I've never actually used a superwash merino sock yarn before, so I really wanted to try it just to like see how it compares to what the other sock yarns I've used, which are more rough and kind of sturdy. So I have cast on, this looks huge. This is going to be for my partner because it's just quite wide, as you can see. I think this is 60, I can't remember, 62 or something stitches on, and I'm using 2.5. Well, the other thing I bought was these really small circumference needles, which I've not tried before, and they're actually like really like fine. I can work. It's a different sensation. I think I prefer normal longer needles, but these are very handy for like, you know, it's all like fitting in this tiny bag. So yeah, and look how pretty. Like, I'm not a huge speckly variegated yarn person, but I just wanted to try it. There were so many indie dyes there, and I was like, I can't leave without picking up one skein of a variegated sock yarn. So yeah, this colourway is called I'm just checking. Oh yeah, we're fine. This colourway is called Fern, and it is like a fern, like the colours. Yeah, so these are going to be for my partner. Now with this sock, I am going to try another short row heel. Yeah. So I'm doing an afterthought heel for the first time, which is where you, what do? You knit to the point where the heel, you want the heel to be. So like this much leg, and then it's going to be the heel. The heel's going to come out of this, where I've got this waist yarn, the heel's going to be built out of there. So it will be, this will be the leg, this will be part of the foot, and there will be a heel there. I don't know if I've explained that particularly well. Excuse me. So I'm just, knitting down the foot now, and I've measured his foot length, so I'll know when to start the toe, taking into account the heel that will be there but isn't now. I'm not explaining this very well. I just keep want to trying new things, because I think it's easy to like get in a comfort zone, and I feel like I was in a comfort zone with my sock knitting, which isn't a bad thing at all. Like you do what you enjoy, but I just wanted to try a few new things really. Just a 2x2 rib stockinette. Yeah, it's a nice, mindless, enjoyable project, but I've not put that much work into these yet. I think once I've finished my second Gerst sock, these will be good to go. But yeah, look how cute the ball looks. I know, because obviously, like I say, I've never worked with any of this hand-dyed merino or whatever wool before, and it's just really, it's nice, it's enjoyable. I don't have a Swift. I really want to get one, but yeah, I haven't invested in one yet. I will soon. So I just wound by hand around 2 chairs, which takes a while, but it's fine. I just wound it, so I did 50 grams, just divided it into 2, so this is the sock I'm currently on, and then that's the second, for the second sock. I'm slightly worried that like I'm gonna run out, because if you look at that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And these, oh by the way, the needles are, I think they're higher needles, because that's the needles I use, is higher sharps. Yeah, these are higher sharps as well. So I thought I'll stick with what I like. I know I like higher sharps. So yeah, that's those. The other finished object is a shawl. It's called the Sommernacht, I think you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I might be butchering that. Sommernacht shawl, by Evie Knits. It's a gorgeous pattern, and I knit it for my mother-in-law's 60th birthday, and it was a joy to knit. I used Knitting for Olive pure silk in the colour raspberry pink. I used 3 skeins, and I used, I think it was 3.75 or 3.5 needles. It took a while to knit. It took longer than I thought. I was kind of not furiously, but I was quickly trying to get through it like the 2 days before, so I could block it and dry it, but it all worked out. It's just so lovely. I'm so pleased with it. It suits her so well. I knew it would. Like she wears quite a lot of pinky tones, and yeah, with the tan, because I thought with the shawl is that she can take it, oh Fred, careful. She can take it on holiday with her. They go away a lot, and it's somewhere hot, so she can wear it there. Just to like keep her shoulders out of the sun, or just like, oh, as an evening, Fred, as an evening piece. Hang on, sorry, cat interlude. Come here. No. Come here, look. Okay. You're gonna go there. Okay. Hang on. No. No. You fidget. Yeah. Say hello to everyone. Yeah, cuddly boy. Oh, he loves it when the dog's at daycare. Don't you? Because you get all my attention. Oh, God. Yes, highly recommend the pattern. It was so well written. Such a beautiful design. I would knit it again. So my next whip is, once I'd finished the, oh God, Fred. Once I'd finished the Somernath shawl, I was like, I need to cast on another shawl. I love knitting like scarves, shawls, neck things. Don't know if you can tell. I'm always wearing something around my neck because I do get really cold around the neck and I just love wearing them. So I had this yarn in my stash, which I got on eBay. It's a vintage yarn. I can't find any information on it online, but it's 100% pure wool, made in England. I guess that means it's produced in England, in accordance with some BS9, and it says 1976. Now I don't know if that's the law in accordance with or when it was made, but I reckon it's 80s. I think I want to say 80s. But yeah, it's called Pakia La Lana Rustique. Sounds French. And I love the colour. It's cranberry, the shade. It's picking up not quite as like, no, it's pretty much accurate actually. It's like this gorgeous in between a pink and a red. Really nice colour. And I wanted to use my 52 Weeks of Shawls book. So I found a pattern that would work. It doesn't say on here what needles to use or what weight it is. Oh no, it does. It says it recommends 4mm needles. To me it's like somewhere between a DK and a worsted or an Aran. Bit thicker than a DK, I think. Anyway, I've cast on the, let me just check the name. Yes, Scarn. Ooh, don't know how well you can see. It's really simple. It's a what's the word for a triangle that's not an exact triangle? Asymmetrical triangle. Shawl. Yeah, don't know how much you can see. It's got these lovely pearl patterning on it. It's a broken rib stitch and then it's split by these sections. It's got a name for them, but I can't think what it's called. So yeah, I cast that on a few weeks ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago or something. And I'm in the middle of a row. I've not dropped anything, have I? No. And yeah, I've got this far. It's really hard to show because I'm in the middle of a row, but yeah. It's really relaxing, quick. It's quite quick. And I love working these bits. These little, like, I don't know what you call them. It has got a name in there, but it's going to be really warm. It's 100% wool, non-superwash, I can tell. It's either going to be for me or my grandma, because I know that this colour would really suit her. Depends how much. I don't know. I do already have a lot of shawls, but I don't have one in this colour. And she would love this. I'm gonna finish it and then I'm gonna see. I don't know whether she'll find that itchy. I don't think she would. But yeah, it's knitting up nicely. I love the colour. I love reds, pinks, warm tones. Yeah, so that's something else that's sort of on my needles but not getting much attention at the moment. It's just nice to use the books, you know, like with this pattern and then this scarf. It's like, oh, I'm actually using the books. I'm not just looking through them and keeping them on the coffee table, which is also nice. Last thing, nearly last thing. Last night, I was like, oh, I don't actually have any summer projects now. After I finished the Camisole number 7. I know I mentioned in the last episode about my highly modified Lento. I did finish it. I don't love it. Love the material, love the yarn, love the colour. Don't love what I've done with it, which is totally on me. Oh my god, Fred, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, animals. Yeah, I don't love what I've done with it. I was kind of, you know, when you try and make yourself love something, it's like, yeah, I really like it. I wore it once and I was like, this is doing nothing for me. Not exciting me. I didn't feel joyful when I was wearing it. So I'm planning to frog it. I'm just gonna, frog it all, and I will use the yarn for something else. I'm thinking maybe a Anchor's Tee by Petite Knit. I feel like that would be nice. Or something similar to that. Anyway. Last night I cast on the Me Oh My tee. In my Noro yarn, woo! Because it was sitting there and like staring at me, and it was like, make me into something, please. Like, I was having such decision paralysis with it. I was like, what do I make? Do I make this? Do I make that? So it was just sitting there doing nothing. So I was like, right, I'm gonna put my swatch, you know, you can filter on Ravelry by like what your gauge is. I did that, and I've been looking at the Me Oh My tee, and I was like, I've literally got the gauge for that, and I can just go. So yeah, I cast this on last night, and I've done like 3 inches or so. Don't know, 2 inches.
And I'm just loving it so much, guys. I'm loving it so much.
The yarn is so fun to work with. I just can't. It's just stocking out in the round. You don't even do any, with this top, you don't even do any ribbing or anything. You just like let it roll up on itself. And it's minus knitting, but oh my god, is it like fun, like enjoyable, addicting minus knitting. Because just the colour, the way that the yarn goes thick and then thin, and it has these like slubby bits in it. You get like bright bits of pink, and then you get these muted bits, like pops of yellow, pops of white. It's just a delight. It's got blue, like subtle bits of blue, some like browns in it, I can't go on about this yarn enough. And I think the colour will suit me, and I'm very much looking forward to having a t-shirt, the Me Oh My t-shirt by is it Park and Knit or just Park Knit? I can't remember, but my first pattern by her, and thoroughly enjoying it. I just want to knit on it all the time now. I reckon this is going to be done quite quick, because considering I cast this on yesterday and I've already done this much, I think it's going to be done quite quick. And it's another reason I chose this pattern, the Me Oh My tee, is because it's got a different construction. It's got like a set-in sleeve where you like pick up the sleeve stitches after, rather than like a raglan or a circular yoke. So it was a new technique for me to try. And I'm pretty sure I'm cast on the size medium because that's what it suggested. And I'm hoping it fits. It's looking like, it's hard to tell because it's obviously on smaller needles, but I think we're going to be fine. So yeah, that's my last work in progress. And the yarn, I haven't rambled on about this before, but it is Noro Kakigori in the shade Iwaki? No, I got that wrong. I'll put the colour on screen. You know, like, I feel like when you start a new craft or something new and you're still finding your feet with it and you're still, like, I wouldn't say I have a style. I have lots of different things that I really like, and I kind of like to make what feels right to me at the moment. So, like, I think more in winter, or I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely still learning what colours I like. I know I like pink. I know I like warm tones. So I don't have a style. Like, I love these very earthy tones, clearly. But I also love colour. So a bit random, really. But yeah, I was kind of like sorting out my my spring wardrobe. Spring wardrobe. And I was like, wow, I really don't have much colour, which is a shame. So hence colour therapy. Anyway, that's it. We got through. And I've been talking for nearly an hour, so I'm going to have to cut this down. Yeah, just trying to think if there's anything. Oh, if you want to find me, this is what I meant to mention. If you want to find me on, you can find me on Instagram. Losing my voice. Find me on Instagram. I'll put my username here and on Ravelry as well. I try and keep my Ravelry up to date. But sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and till next time.